to your smart television. Trending stories are breaking the internet, and tonight India's space hero Shubhanshu Shukla has met with the Prime Minister at his residence just a while back, and we'll get you the visuals and the details about what was discussed between the Prime Minister and Shubhanshu Shukla. And then next, all eyes are on the much anticipated meeting between Donald Trump and Zelenskyy, with many wondering if there will be another shouting match just like the last time earlier this year. And next, imagine a high-stakes diplomatic summit between two of the world's biggest and most powerful leaders, but in the backdrop, a special suitcase designed not for the documents or the weapons, but to collect or transport leaders' feces. This happened last week during the meeting between Donald Trump and Putin, and we'll get you more details on that as well. And then, in a shocking revelation in the 30,000 crore succession feud that is underway after Sanjay Kapoor's death. And lastly, China has come out with a pregnancy report, sparking an ethical debate, and we'll get you more details on that as well. This is trending. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started. After an immense moment of pride for India after the successful mission to the International Space Station, Shubhanshu Shukla met with the Prime Minister just a while back. In fact, the meeting was planned by the Parliament as they honoured his achievement with a special debate that was carried out today, calling this a historic milestone for the nation. The meeting comes as the Parliament decided to honour his achievement with a special discussion. Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju confirmed the decision, calling Shukla's accomplishments a historic milestone for the nation. Let me go across to my colleague Chandrakala, who's been tracking this story very closely. Chandrakala, India's space hero Shubhanshu Shukla is back to the country. In fact, just a while back, he met with the Prime Minister, and we can see those visuals on our screen as well. Tell us what was discussed in this meeting between the two.
Well, absolutely a euphoric moment for the entire nation after his return to India. Of course, now the pilot, of course, Shubhanshu Shukla has met Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A very, very friendly meeting took place between the two, of course, and we have seen the visuals. It has a very, very warm welcome given to Shubhanshu Shukla after his historic mission. Of course, his maiden mission in International Space Station as an astronaut. Of course, we have seen that he was being welcomed in a very, very a warm welcome by India at this moment, and also he has carved a niche as far as the space, the space arena is concerned. This has also put India on a global map as far as our space arena is concerned, and now that Shubhanshu Shukla's family is also currently in New Delhi, and he'll be moving to Lucknow to meet his parents there. His sister and mother is currently here in Delhi to receive his son, as well as, of course, the sister's brother. A very, very proud moment for the entire nation that his maiden visit was completed. He, of course, took out, of course, he had led this particular mission and 7 experiments, which is being highly applauded by the entire nation as well as entire world. And this meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very, very crucial because it shows that how India is carving a niche in the space arena.
Absolutely. In fact, Shubhanshu Shukla discussed his experience from the Axiom 4 mission and the upcoming Gaganyaan mission as well. There was, in fact, a talk on that as well. Thanks so much, Chandrakala, for all the details. Now, shifting our focus, after the high-stake meeting at Alaska, Ukrainian President Zelenskyy is all set to visit President Donald Trump in Washington along with the European leaders to discuss the end of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Zelenskyy has extended his enthusiasm for holding this meeting in White House, as this meeting might be the signal to end the war and work towards, quote-unquote, the lasting peace. He says, and I quote, "We all share a strong desire to end this war quickly and reliably." Watch this tweet on your screen that has been put out by the Ukrainian president. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has said that Zelenskyy can end the war with Russia immediately. He also, in fact, went on to add that there is going to be no entry into NATO by Ukraine. European leaders, including UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, will join Zelenskyy in the White House meeting just a few hours from now. The rare gathering is aimed at resisting any US-backed proposal that could allow Russia to gain control of more Ukrainian land. Now, apart from Starmer, French President, Italian Prime Minister, in fact, German Chancellor, and many other leaders, for example, the Finnish President, will also attend the meeting in the Oval Office today. NATO Chief Mark Rutte and European Commission President will also be present in this crucial meeting between Donald Trump and Zelenskyy. And this shows, in fact, a show of strength that comes after Zelensky's difficult visit to Washington, D.C. Remember earlier this year in February, when Donald Trump and U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance harshly criticized him, saying that he was ungrateful and warning that Ukraine had little leverage in this war. On the other hand, Trump has snubbed reports that are circulating online claiming a major defeat after talks with Putin in Alaska. US President has dismissed all the claims by posting a statement on Truth Social. And I quote, "The fake news has been saying for 3 days that has suffered a major defeat by allowing President Putin of Russia to have a major summit in the United States. Actually, he would have loved doing the meeting elsewhere, but the US and the fake news knows this. It was a major point of contention. If we had the summit elsewhere, the Democrat-run and controlled media would have said what a terrible thing that was." In fact, I have with me former Deputy National Intelligence Officer for Transnational Threats, Glenn Carl, who joins me from Boston. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. In fact, this is a meeting between Donald Trump and Zelenskyy, which comes after that meeting in which Zelenskyy was berated by Donald Trump. And now 6 months later, again, they are going to be meeting in just another 4 hours in United States. What is your assessment of this meeting, and what are you expecting out of this?
Well, Zelensky's in a very difficult position because Trump has, as he always has, completely taken the positions of Moscow. I mean, for the past decade, and frankly, for the past 40 years, anytime Donald Trump has had anything to say about international relations, it's really almost been a verbatim quote of the Russian intelligence service and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So Zelensky's in a tough spot because without U.S. support, financial or material, Ukraine cannot match Russia's industrial base and military strength. So this is why Europe is going at the same time to the White House to try to support Zelenskyy. I think Zelenskyy cannot accept a unilateral granting of giving up of territory. So I'm afraid we're in line for a difficult meeting, perhaps with Europe having to fill the gap that I anticipate the U.S. might leave.
Absolutely. In fact, this time Zelenskyy has come with the European backers. There'll be UK Prime Minister, there'll be one from France, German Chancellor as well. But if you look at the entire scenario, who's backing does Putin has as far as this case is concerned? Because he's reached out to a lot of allies. He's also spoke to the Indian Prime Minister just a while back. All these leaders, as far as Zelenskyy and the European leaders are concerned, they are asking for a ceasefire, sir. But just a while back, Donald Trump said that he doesn't believe in ceasefire. There should be a peace agreement, a final peace agreement. How would you assess that?
Well, the final peace agreement that is possible is a complete concession by Ukraine to Russia's positions, which is that Russia keeps all of the territory it has seized by invading a sovereign country. Russia seeks the destruction of Ukraine and the absorption of Ukraine into a Russian empire or a nation, and Ukraine does not want that. The alternative to that could be a ceasefire, which is why the distinction is very important. A ceasefire would give Ukraine some time to reconstitute some of its forces and would take some of the pressure off. It would do the same for Russia, for that matter, but it wouldn't lock in the results of an invasion. You talk about all Russia's allies. I'm not sure that I would want to characterize India or China even as allies. They're happy to buy Russia's petroleum at low cost, and they may be happy, at least China is, that Russia is undermining the theoretically normative international system into a sphere of influence one. But beyond that, I don't know if Russia has allies, really.
So all eyes will be on this crucial meeting between Donald Trump and Zelenskyy in just another few hours. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. In fact, we are also getting in inputs from Russia. I have with me Dr. Sergey Voronov joining us live from Russia. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. Just a while back, there were reports that there was attack by Ukraine on the Russia's energy infrastructure. And this is coming just hours before that crucial meeting between Zelenskyy and Donald Trump. In fact, he's already in the Washington DC right now. What sort of message do you believe Zelenskyy is trying to send just hours before this meeting by attacking the energy infra there?
Namaste, good evening. First of all, I would like to start to explain that today Mr. Zelenskyy, he is not a decision maker. He is not independent politicians. He is right now under the big pressure of European elite, European politicians who wants put him to the deep conflict with Russia. Why? Because their ideology based on enmity. And I can give you a very good example from Asian epic book Mahabharata, when perfect peacemaker and diplomat Lord Krishna approached Duryodhana, and he asked and tried his level best to convince him to give some land to Kauravs, to Arjun and his brothers. And unfortunately, Duryodhana completely refused. Why? Because of daimonic consciousness, because of daimonic attitude. That we can see that European politicians, all of them right now, they belong to the Nazi fascism ideology. That is in their blood. Enmity against Russia in their blood. That is the main agenda. And we can see that Donald Trump, he is right now like Lord Krishna, who is trying his level best to negotiate with peace. Our national leader, Vladimir Putin, he is like Arjun. He is very brave. That's why, without any hesitation, he came to America during the conflict to negotiate with peace. And who is Mr. Zelenskyy? He is Duryodhana himself. That's why we cannot expect anything from him. We only should put him to his level, because he starts this war. He is responsible for this war. And he is responsible for all results which he already achieved, destruction of his nation. And I want to tell you other also very important message that inside Ukraine right now, all populations, they hate Mr. Zelenskyy because he was not re-elected. He is not legal president. And right now his position is very bad, very weak. He has a lot of faults and he is not independent. Right. That's why his role today is just only very carefully listen for Donald Trump, very carefully, with humble mood, and follow to all of his instructions. That I can see. From the spiritual point of view, we are coming right now to the golden age of humanity because of peacemaking activity of Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, both of them. And we will definitely achieve this golden age.
In fact, all eyes will be on that crucial meeting between Donald Trump and Zelenskyy. One thing is clear, Zelenskyy wants a ceasefire. Donald Trump says that ceasefire do not hold up. He wants a peace agreement. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. Now, shifting our focus, now speaking of Putin, bizarre unconfirmed reports on Russian president are not uncommon. But this one has definitely left the internet scratching its head. Reports of Putin's bodyguard collecting his poop or fecal matter and bringing it back to Russia when the leader traveled abroad has surfaced online during his visit to Alaska. And needless to say, there's a barrage of memes online that have followed. Some of them are on your screens, and of course it has left us in splits, and who can blame them? And now shifting our focus, the Sanjay Kapoor death mystery has exploded into out and open. For the first time ever, Sister Mandira Kapoor has broken her silence in an emotional tell-all. She has raised burning questions on the circumstances of her brother's sudden death, dismissed the bee-sting heart attack theory that has come to the fore, and claimed that their 80-year-old mother, Rani Kapoor, was hurried into signing the inheritance papers during the grieving period. At the heart of the storm, a multi-crore empire, a family divided, and questions that refuse to die. Speaking exclusively to Republic TV, Mandira has said that 80-year-old Rani Kapoor was made to sign documents in a hurry during the 13-day grieving period. Mandira even claimed that her late father, Surendra Kapoor, had willed everything to her mother. She went on into a ringside account of her brother's lifestyle, raised question on the lack of transparency following her brother's death, and put out a big loaded question mark the bee sting theory that is said to have killed her brother. Hot off the plate and straight to your television screens, these are the top trending stories of the day. Meghalaya Chief Minister is once again winning hearts, previously with a guitar and this time with a piano. After charming everyone in 2023 with his guitar skills, a new video of him playing the dreamy Bollywood classic Pehla Nasha has gone viral on social media, leaving the internet swooning over his musical side. A Korean content creator was shocked when he was told that showing the peace sign is banned in Turkey. When asked locals, they responded, and I quote, "In your culture it means peace, but unfortunately in Turkey it's forbidden because it is associated with terrorists."
It's a video.
I know, I understand, but it's forbidden.
The video is forbidden?
No, making this sign, okay?
Oh, this sign is forbidden?
Yeah, in your culture it means peace, but unfortunately in
Oh,
Turkey
I'm
it's
sorry.
raised about terrorism.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I did not know that. Please.
In an eerie incident, in fact, residents in LA claim that dozens of zombie stray cats are haunting their streets at night, scratching at doors and behaving in ways that some describe as unsettling. Locals say that the cat appear in large number, prowling the neighborhood like a scene from a horror film. It looks like Sydney Sweeney is facing another false claim going viral on social media. The rumor claims that she had celebrated naked if the Buffalo Bills win at the Super Bowl, but there's no truth to it. Similar false claims were made about her supposed promise to celebrate naked if Chicago Bears or Cleveland Browns won at the Super Bowl. These claims originated from fan pages sharing fabricated quotes, and articles are going viral on social media. Prince William and Kate are reportedly moving to Forest Lodge in Windsor Great Park with their children as their forever home. The family is expected to relocate later this year with plans to complete the move before Christmas. Spanish influencer couple Mary and Alejandro, their dream trip to Puerto Rico turned into a nightmare after relying on ChatGPT for visa information. Their AI chatbot incorrectly stated that they did not need a visa for this, causing them to miss their flight. A photographer dedicated years to capture the perfect shot of ice-covered grizzly bears fishing beneath the northern lights in Yukon. Over 3 years, he had set up 3 cameras that totaled to 6 months of efforts, but only managed to capture a few images that you can see on the screen. But this time, the icing on his experience was he realized that aurora was much rarer during the project, as it appears only once a week. Time appears to have stood still for a small village in Germany, at least when it comes to the rent. In one of this village, which is historic settlement in the city of Augsburg, the tenants still pay the same annual rent that was set in 1521, which is equivalent of just $1. And this is all we could pack for you in this Trending at 7:30. We'll be back tomorrow with more such stories. Till then, keep watching Republic TV. Good night.
जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है। ड्रीम सिटी। तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियां आती हैं। तो जब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया। कशिश ताई, ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में? चांस ही नहीं।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा सबका राजा प्योर मसाला।
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना।
अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना इंडिया सोना
इंडिया सोना।
Being a legend means reaching a point when no one else has. To give others a dream worth chasing. 10 years of Creta, legend forever.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
How did a bee sting turn into a heart attack? What was the hurry? What was the rush for this? Fine, we didn't. Does my mother not deserve answers? Does my sister not? It's crazy that we have been cut off from our own family. She was made to sign papers which she was unaware of during the grieving period. She was not explained anything. There shouldn't have been an inheritance dispute. Everything was willed to my mother. We've not seen the trust. We've asked for it. My mother's been asking since 2023. We've not seen the trust. So how can I tell you about what clause says what?
Today at Republic, we are going to dive into a gripping story of loss and suspicion surrounding the death of Sanjay Kapoor, the chairman of Sona Comstar on 12th June. A UK coroner's report claims that the death happened due to natural causes, while the mother, Rani Kapoor, alleges foul play, citing forged documents and possibility of a transnational conspiracy. Joining me today exclusively is Sanjay Kapoor's sister, Mandira Kapoor. Thank you, Ms. Kapoor, for speaking to us. First of all, I'd like to begin with saying how sorry we are for your loss, Ms. Kapoor. Before we begin with the interview, I really want to know what kind of bond you shared with Mr. Kapoor, what it was like, what he was like as a sibling brother?
He was always. My mother has said it very loudly. She was made to sign papers which she was unaware of during the grieving period. She was not explained anything. Everything was willed to my mother. So we don't understand how there's an inheritance dispute.
The story of rupees 30,000 crore inheritance saga. The biggest revelations on Republic. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
माय बर्थडे गिफ्ट टू पापा। ये उनके पापा की पहली गाड़ी एक गराज में पड़ी थी दार्जिलिंग में। फिर 3 मैकेनिक, पेंटिंग, पॉलिशिंग। जब इसे फाइनली घर लाया ना, तब लगा लाइफ में ग्रो किया है। बुलाओ।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
What makes you a legend? Maybe that you're followed by everyone. Maybe that you follow no one. Maybe both. 10 years of Creta. Legend forever.
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
On 12th of June, when the news broke of Sanjay Kapoor's passing away, the initial few reports suggested that it was due to the bee sting. Now, when the UK coroner's report was made public in the public domain, it suggests more vaguely towards a chronic disease, chronic heart disease. So, how do you find this gap between the initial few claims and now what the report has to suggest?
So, to start with, we told a bee sting, which we've always wondered how a bee went into his throat while he was riding, and Mum kept asking when he's wearing a helmet, how has a bee gone in? So that was the first bit of confusion we had. We unfortunately got the report from the media. We weren't given the report directly in our hand. It's come as a shock that he died of a heart attack, because from what I've heard, he did have his heart checked out, and he had 40% of an artery blocked, which is not a big deal. And the thing is, the family that we come from, my father made sure we had a blood test every 6 months, even when we were in school. So as adults, we've carried that on not only with us, but with our families. We are very health conscious. We have constant checkups. I refuse to believe my brother had not had a proper checkup, and I don't believe he had any heart disease. So for me to suddenly hear my brother's died of a heart attack, who's healthy, who exercised every day, the guy never ate ketchup. McDonald's was out of the question. No ketchup. My mother has said it very loudly. She was made to sign papers which she was unaware of during the grieving period. She was not explained anything. Everything was willed to my mother. So we don't understand how there's an inheritance dispute.
The story of rupees 30,000 crore inheritance saga. The biggest revelations on Republic. Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Masked man and a hidden intent to defame a temple. debunks smear campaign against Dharmasthala. Who is really behind the Dharmasthala conspiracy? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Mrs. Kapoor had also mentioned about certain dubious asset transfers in that letter. So as a family, do you have tracks of any such transactions taking place?
Yes, my mother has said it very loudly. She was made to sign papers which she was unaware of during the grieving period. She was not explained anything. And why was it done? Again, I'm going to ask during the 13-day mourning period, what was the hurry? Everything was willed to my mother, so we don't understand how there's an inheritance dispute. We're now finding out stuff that we didn't even know existed. There's papers being signed, we're not being allowed to know what has been signed.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
At 8 p.m. tonight, the most high-profile inheritance battle of this century, with the mother and sister of Sanjay Kapoor making explosive claims, exclusive and explosive interview with Sanjay Kapoor's sister, Mandira Kapoor Smith, who claims to have a right to the family inheritance in a few minutes. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the Karnataka government itself is dragging its feet on Dharmasthala. Has it been one gigantic hoax against the Hindu community and an attempt to defame the Dharmasthala temple? But first, ladies and gentlemen, on The Debate, the big story that has become the most buzzing story all over the country has been over the inheritance of the billionaire late Sanjay Kapoor, who died at a very young age in surprising and now controversial circumstances of a bee sting while playing polo in London. This is the most mysterious inheritance battle, ladies and gentlemen. It has captivated the imagination of many. A young billionaire, Sanjay Kapoor, dies 2 months ago in an apparent bee attack. And now the 30,000 crore rupee empire that he leaves behind. There's a battle for it between his wife Priya Sachdev, his mother Rani Kapoor, and his sister Mandira Kapoor. The fight is leading to a series of murky allegations. From what accounts, what can be ascertained is that the bloodline has been locked out of the inheritance. These are his sister's words, not mine. His sister Mandira Kapoor, who will be joining this debate this evening in an exclusive decision to speak out on television, says that we are the bloodline and we've been locked out, and his wife Priya Sachdeva has run away with the property, the inheritance, and the billions of dollars of his wealth. His mother says she was made to sign papers in what the sister says was a rush of the first 13 days. And she says that my mother was made to sign papers after my brother died in order to cheat her of her own rights. Ladies and gentlemen, the empire we're talking about, $3.6 billion. Sister says the theory of a heart attack and a bee sting leading to his death is impossible to believe. She suggests there's something more sinister. at stake a company called Sona Comstar, a company that recorded a book order of 26,000 crores. A 30-year-old company, multinational empire, and on the one side, the sister and the mother, and on the other side, Priya Sachdev. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is a conspiracy, then those making the allegation will have to prove it. If it is not, then it's, at the worst, a dirty battle for wealth and money. One of the most controversial battles that we have seen in India's corporate history, probably in at least a quarter of a century. Here it where it stands, and do watch out for the conversation I will have live tonight with Mandira Kapoor Smith, sister of late Sona Comstar chairman Sanjay Kapoor, which is right on the other side of a quick news report on where things stand as of tonight.
June 12th, 2025. Sanjay Kapoor, ex-chairman of Sona Comstar, dies in the United Kingdom under mysterious circumstances while playing a game of polo. Initial reports ruled it as cardiac arrest following a bee sting, but the medical reports are telling a different story.
I want to know if the UK police or coroner or anyone knew that we were told it was a bee sting. Are they aware of that? Everybody thought it was a bee sting, or have they not been told that information? That's the first question I ask, because there's not a mention of a bee in the report, not a mention of what the whole world was talking about. Not only us, the entire world was talking about it. I mean, I'm sorry, but a mockery has been made on my brother that he died of a bee sting. I've seen the horrible posts that are done and some which are genuine, but have they missed it? Because there's not a mention of it.
Sanjay's last rites were held on the 19th of June at around 5 p.m. And by the morning of June 20th, his wife Priya Sachdev was appointed the MD of Aureus Investment. Based on this single move, 3 days later, Priya Sachdev was appointed as the non-executive director of Sona BLW Precision Forgings and then became the inheritor of Sanjay Kapoor's 30,000 crore empire. Sanjay Kapoor's 80-year-old mother, Rani Kapoor, has been raising a red flag, and his sister, Mandira Kapoor Smith, has opened up a new front, levelling serious allegations, drawing questions on Sanjay Kapoor's inheritance proceedings, and even alleging a conspiracy behind the circumstances that led to his death.
There shouldn't have been an inheritance dispute. Everything was willed to my mother, so we don't understand how there's an inheritance dispute. I mean, everything was willed to my mother. We're now finding out stuff that we didn't even know existed. There's papers being signed. We're not being allowed to know what has been signed. You tell me what you want us to think, because we don't understand what has gone on. There shouldn't be an inheritance dispute. I mean, the fact is my mother's alive. My dad willed everything to her. So how is this become an inheritance dispute? How is my mother locked out of everything that she built with her husband for her family, which is now 7 grandkids? The 2 daughters are alive. Yes, there's a daughter-in-law involved. But how is this become an inheritance dispute when it should be all with my mother, as normal families do?
The Republic interview has once again thrown a new angle into what is turning out to be the biggest inheritance battle in India.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mandira Kapoor Smith. Mandira is the sister of Sanjay Kapoor, who is the late chairman of Sona Comstar, big company, listed company, and a lot of money at stake, Mandira. We saw your interview there. I saw that interview as well. First of all, just to open things up, why have you chosen to speak out now? You know, this is all getting very messy. Open family battle, you know, sister against wife, mother and sister on one side, wife on the other, lawyers, exchange filings. Can't this be sorted differently? This is getting very ugly.
I think if it could have been sorted differently, we wouldn't be sitting in this situation right now. It's sad that this is what's happening to someone like my father, Dr. Kapoor, someone like my brother, Sanjay Kapoor, we've been a very quiet family, and we didn't expect any of this. We didn't expect not to be shunned out, to be not told what's going on, and figuring out stuff every day. And unfortunately, it's come to us having to have a voice now, because sitting quiet isn't getting us anywhere, unfortunately.
What do you want in this?
I want my mother secure. I want what my father wanted, which was everything to go to my mother, which was willed to her. And I don't know how it's all gone out now. I want to make sure my mother's not feeling like she does every day now. And I want the legacy back. I think, you know, we were all apart when Sona was created. We were young, we were young adults. We've all worked at Sona. We were there when Dad built this company. And for us now not even to actually be told we have nothing to do with it and to back off is shocking. And it's very upsetting to see my mum, who built this company. This is like literally a part of us. It's a part of our blood. It's a part of what we know. This is all we know, actually. And it's been snatched away.
But your mother must have given it to your brother when he was alive. Your mother must have handed over the ownership to Sanjay. Didn't he do that? Didn't she do that?
No, she didn't, and that's what is confusing. No, she did not, and that's what's confusing all of us, is we have no idea how this has happened. We don't know if it's obviously some kind of foul play here. And that's what we need to get to the bottom of. Because if it was literally handed over to my brother, why has the 13 days and the signing and everything happened so secretively? Why hasn't it been out in the open? If this is what my mother had done, why isn't my mother being shown what she signed? Why isn't it an open book?
But your mother and your brother, they were together, right? I mean, your mother was living with your brother. They were on good terms. They were not fighting. And there is a press release which says that in May 2019, the company your father built received a declaration of significant beneficial ownership identifying Sri Sanjay Kapoor as the sole beneficial owner of the RK Family Trust, which is a significant shareholder of Aureus Investments Private Limited. And as per company records, your mother has not been a shareholder of the company since at least 2019, which means somewhere in 2019, your mother transferred the ownership that was in her name or given to her in your brother's name. Are you sure this has not happened? This is a clear statement.
And for legal reasons, no. So for legal reasons, I'm not going to get into that, because she was told something very differently. We were told something very differently. What has happened is very different. And I'm going to go back to saying, if there was nothing to hide, why is nothing being shown to us? And I'm going to leave it at that for legal
But if
reasons.
there's a paper which has been signed, Mandira, that your mother has signed, then that becomes the paper which will be believed in a court of law or in any inheritance dispute. Everything else is only one person's word against the other.
Arnab, I guess that's for us to go to court and see and do what we need to over there, because, again, it's for legal reasons. I'm not going to go into details, but this is not what the family was told.
But your brother...
And if it was so black and white, why are things being hidden?
But your brother nominated his wife, Priya Sachdev Kapoor, as a non-executive director and nominated her on behalf of Aureus Investments Private Limited. This was reviewed by the board and approved by the board of directors of the company. You were surely aware that your sister-in-law, Priya Sachdev Kapoor, had been made a non-executive director of the company, and this is as per due process.
What year are you talking about? Because as far as I know, Priya was off the board in 2023 of Aureus. So I don't know what year we're discussing right now.
Well, I mean, you say everything has to go to my mother. On what basis do you say everything has to go to my mother? Are you saying that your
It was willed
brother's
to my
wife
mother.
and her children have no right in the company?
I'm saying very simply, everything was willed to my mother. We all signed the probate in 2012 or 2013. We had a family meeting with 5 of us where Dad was very clear with all of us that everything would stay with my mother, and after her, it would be divided 1/3, 3 ways. That has not happened. And that's where I'm at right now, because the fact is that that's what the discussion happened in the family. And my mother's alive with nothing right now.
But the company says that your mother is not a shareholder of the company.
The company can say what they want. That's what we're trying to look into. That's why we requested the pushback of the board meeting to figure all this out. That's exactly what we need to know, how this has happened. And that's all we were asking for.
But to do that, you will have to have some control over the company. But Priya Sachdev Kapoor was appointed. Her appointment was approved by 99% of the shareholders. See, point being here, we can go about, point being here, there is a claim by you that your family and family needs to own the company equally. But what papers do you have to prove this?
Arnab, it's as simple as, so that's the whole point. The whole point is, what papers are they not showing us that they have had signed during this 13-day period that they have taken over? It's as simple a question as that.
You're saying your mother
signed it.
signed
Because we are being
it.
told stuff
You're saying
by
your
the
mother
world.
signed. You're saying
It was
your mother
announced
signed
to us.
some papers.
My mother was made to sign papers behind locked doors.
By whom?
Been asking again and again and again to everyone. But there was a bunch of people in the room. We emailed all of them.
Who are the
What
bunch
was
of
she made
people
to
who were
sign?
in the room?
And this was not once, this was twice.
Who are the bunch of people in her room?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to name them, but I am not in the liberty of naming anyone right now.
Who are they? Who are they?
I choose not to for legal reasons again. Arnab, I cannot.
Mandira, you're saying that your mother was pressurized
but I'm
to
very
sign
clear
documents?
on the fact that, yes.
In what way was she?
I was standing at the door trying to open the door, banging on it.
You were banging on the door?
There were doors
and the door was
She was
locked?
put in a room. She was grieving. Yes. Yes.
A group of people locked up your mother in a
grieving.
room,
It's a
you were
14-day
banging on the door outside, and inside she was being made to sign papers.
There were 2 doors, actually. There was a main door, and then there was an inside door. So she couldn't hear me. The bottom line is, she was made to sign papers during the 13-day period of mourning. She was in deep grief. She came up and she told me, I don't know what I've signed. And since then, we've been asking and asking, and we're getting no response. So what are you hiding from us? I think this will all have to unfold at some point, and the truth will come out.
Have you spoken to Priya Sachdev Kapoor?
My mother has, and it is what it is. We're not getting answers, so it doesn't matter.
Have you spoken to her? Has your mother spoken to her? Is there direct contact between the two parties?
My mother has spoken to her.
When?
Not at the moment.
When did your mother
speak? A week, 10 days ago. Before, when we were asking for the post-mortem report, it was probably 10, 12 days ago, probably 2 weeks now.
And what was the conversation about, if I may ask?
It was basically asking about what she signed. My mother kept asking.
You're saying Priya got someone to
And my mother asked her to send it to her, send me what you signed.
Okay. Your mother asked Priya.
And that was it.
Your mother asked Priya Sachdev.
Yes.
That what did you make me sign?
Well, she said, what did I sign that day in the room? Can you send it to me? Because there were a whole bunch of people there. And we've then written to, like I said, we've written to the people asking them. And we've been told that her email is compromised. So they cannot send her anything. So, that's the response we got.
No, just a minute out here. So you believe that your mother was made to sign papers by people who had locked her up in a room, made her sign papers, and they were acting on Priya Sachdev's behalf?
I don't know whose behalf. I don't believe. I know she was made to sign papers. That's what we want to know, on whose behalf and what papers she signed. That's what we don't know.
And what did Priya say to your mother?
When? On the phone call?
Yes.
That she would send them.
Priya said she would send the papers.
To what my understanding is, yes.
And since then, have you got any papers? Have you got a sense of what was signed and what happened after that?
I wouldn't be sitting here if we had papers. I wouldn't be sitting here if we had papers and we knew what was going on.
The other thing which is being said is that, Mandira, that you were not on talking terms with your brother. And they are saying now that how can Mandira claim a share?
I wasn't for 4 years.
Why weren't you on talking terms with him?
I mean, because we had a fight between a brother and sister, and like I've been saying, it doesn't take away the 40 plus years. It doesn't take away the fact that I'm Dr. Kapoor's daughter. And why would I not fight for my mother? And who is everyone else who's come in and claiming anything? This is a family thing between me and my brother, so we weren't talking for 4 years, now what? I mean, how does that matter in anything? Does that mean my brother and me don't have history? Does that mean we won't make up? We ended stuff amicably. But we went to court, we ended stuff one-on-one amicably. So what, the world doesn't know that, but leave that bit out. It doesn't matter what the world thinks.
What did you sort out amicably? What was the dispute?
I know what went on, I know what the truth is.
What did you sort out amicably?
Whatever we were in court for.
What were you in court for?
We were in court for the brand, I'm telling you, for Sona Mandira, the brand. He wanted me to stop using Sona. I changed the name to Smick. And it ended there. He signed over saying that he would not take this further. We ended stuff amicably. And that's where it ended. There was no loss, no win. I decided we're going to change it to Smick, and that's where it ended.
Did you give up your rights in the process?
The world doesn't know that bit.
Did you give up your rights in the process because over the company? I mean, it was always assumed you were following your own entrepreneurial career. You had separated business-wise. Your brother was handling Sona. Steering, you had the brand, you gave up the brand, you settled it.
No, my father chose to do that.
What did he choose to do?
My father chose for us to have different businesses, so they weren't mixed. My father is the founder of my company as well, Smick. I didn't give up the brand. It was sold to Blackstone, I was told. So we ended things amicably. This is a family matter. It's not something we're going to fight about and do all this. Unfortunately, we're here today because the brand is being stolen from us, from the entire family. That was my brother. It was brother.
How can you say stolen, Mandira? Priya is his wife.
Priya is not, I'm not accusing Priya. I'm saying there's a whole bunch of people. I'm not saying it's Priya. I've never said that. I've always said there's a bunch of people who are working on this. And if it doesn't belong to the family and we don't know about it, it's stolen. If we've given it, it's different. But right now, for me, it's stolen. And again, I'm not saying it's one person. I'm going to stick to it's a bunch of people.
What do they stand to gain?
We'll find out. Everything will be revealed. It's a matter of time.
Are you making a pitch for the inheritance because your business has not done well? Now, what is being said is, did you declare insolvency? Did you declare insolvency at any point of time for your own company?
In the UK, I have. Yes, I have. For my subsidiary. But who has once said my business is not doing well? This is news to me. And this is the beauty of this entire thing unfolding is I get told something new every day. And what am I fighting for? Inheritance. I'm fighting for a legacy. And yes, I am, I'm going to stand up and keep saying again and again, this is, everyone from the outside will see money. If you've built something, you know what the value of it is. When you're standing outside, on the outside, you're only seeing the money value. We have emotional value, emotional attachments to this brand. So I'm going to say that again. And please let me put the record straight. I'm doing absolutely fine. I've done my UK company has gone through as a subsidiary, which is not a big deal. You can ask any business, we all do it. It's not the end of the world. I'm sorry. I hate to break people's hearts, but I'm fine.
Yeah, so you're fine. You're saying you're not doing this for money, but it's all in the public domain. On the 12th of June, in an MCA filing by Priya Sanjay Kapoor, was filed that she is the sole beneficial interest, which means she has papers to prove her ownership. She has done an MCA filing identifying herself as the sole beneficial interest, which means she and her children, she and her son, to be precise, have sole beneficial interest over the company. Maybe that's...
So let's see everything. No, let's see how we got there.
But there was a trust running it, wasn't there? There was a trust. Were you in the trust?
That's all we're asking for.
Were you in the trust?
So let's see. The only thing, Arnab, we are asking for simply, no, I'm not. I don't even know about the trust.
But if there was a trust made, let's assume you're...
If there's nothing to hide...
If there was a trust made and the trust identified...
All I'm saying is if there's nothing to hide, show it to us.
Show what to us?
Show us everything. Show us the trust. Show us what you've signed. Show us the whole way of the path of how it's gone. That's all we're asking for. Is that tough?
Are you also trying to raise questions about the way in which Sanjay died? You don't seem to believe that he died of a bee sting. The bee sting narrative you're saying is something which is unbelievable.
I mean,
why so?
Was it in the post-mortem report? Did you see anything about a bee there? Because we didn't. But we were told it was a bee sting, but we didn't see anything in the post-mortem report.
No, the post-mortem report, the survey corona attributes it to ventricular hypertrophy, some heart condition, but he had no history of such a condition. Don't you believe an anaphylactic attack caused by a bee sting could have aggravated something like this? I saw news reports saying these things are rare but can happen.
I'd love to... Let me see it in the post-mortem report. There's nothing about a bee sting. There's nothing about anything. There's only an enlarged heart. Show me the medical background on that. Show me the history.
No,
how do you want me to say yes to, or my mother, who asked me every day that he was fit, he had no heart problems, how is he gone? And that too with an enlarged heart. I don't know.
Are you suggesting he was killed?
I'm not suggesting anything. All I'm suggesting is we'll get to the bottom of whatever happened, because the way everything is panned out is, it makes you sick to your stomach if you think about it. At least it makes our family think, what the hell happened? Everything has happened so fast from the 12th of June till now. Every day is a new shock.
1 minute, Mandira. Your mother has gone further, actually hinting at a transnational conspiracy involving the UK, India, and the US. You think there's a transnational conspiracy to kill your brother and claim the inheritance? Is that what you're trying to suggest? You can tell us about, because what you're saying, see, what you're saying is coercion. You're saying your mother, the rightful owner, this is your claim, of this billions of dollars of wealth, has been forced to sign papers, locked up in a room with you banging on the door, and now has no access of what she signed in the moment she was grieving. You further say that you do not believe that he could have died of a bee sting. Surely, I mean, what you're suggesting is that he has been killed in mysterious circumstances with an eye on the wealth. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're suggesting? Is there a larger conspiracy behind his
firstly,
death?
These are not claims. This is... Well, that we'll find out, but these are not claims. This is reality of stuff that has happened. He didn't die of a bee sting. My mother did go through all of this, and today we're sitting with nothing in my mother's name. It's not in the report. Show it to me in the report.
How do you know he didn't die of a bee sting?
Wrong then?
No, but that's
I'm confused.
the toxicology report.
It's very clearly there. Where's the bee?
I mean, where's the bee?
You look at the report, there's nothing written about a bee sting. There's nothing there about a bee sting.
Yeah, but post-mortem reports
there's nothing. So how can someone tell me this report? How is an enlarged heart connected to a bee sting?
Well, maybe he had an underlying heart condition which got aggravated.
It takes time to have an enlarged heart.
Yes.
No, he did not.
But people
I heard he went for a heart checkup 3-4 months ago, and his left artery was 40% clogged. That was it from the heart checkup. So where?
See, Mandir, are you saying he was killed?
Where is his report?
Are you saying he was killed, or are you just trying to?
Arnab, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is I need answers. That's all I'm saying. We want answers as a family, and that's all I'm saying.
Isn't Priya Sachdev the family also?
To hide give us the answers.
On these questions that Priya Sachdev should also be asking.
I think that's something you guys should ask her. We're not in touch, and according to me, it's as a sister, as a mother, as my other sister. These are the things we talk about all the time. What happened? How did this happen? We're trying to figure this whole thing out, and we're getting no answers from anyone.
Well, facts are that he died on the 12th. On the next day itself, his wife was appointed director in a casual vacancy. On the 18th, his body was brought back. And the same day, a notice is dispatched to hold the meeting for the 20th. His last rites are on the 19th. And on the 20th, Aureus, which holds about 28% in Sona's steering, passes the resolution to appoint his wife and your sister-in-law as managing director. When did this thing about locking up your mother in a room and making her sign papers, when did that happen?
25th is when I saw it, and a few days before, an aunt of mine saw the same thing. And Arnab, you've said it, not me. You've seen the events that have gone on before the 13-day mourning period.
Wait, you said everything was willed to your mother. Where are the papers for that? You say
is it not normal?
You say everything was willed to your mother. Where are the papers?
Your channel has it. Your channel has it. I think your channel has it. I saw it on this evening on your channel.
What if
my father's will is? I saw it on your channel.
What if the rest of it?